Athletics plays an integral part in the holistic experience at Ohio Wesleyan.
We have 24 varsity teams, about 550 student athletes.
We have a lot of nationally ranked teams, and athletics is just a huge part of the OWU experience.
When COVID hit, having to tell our student athletes that they could no longer participate, that their season is coming to an abrupt end, really crushed a lot of people. Especially we felt so bad for our seniors.
As an incoming senior, I didn't know, dang, was the last game I played was my last game, or am I gonna be able to practice, play, or anything?
In the fall, we did bring students back to campus. About 80% of our student body came back to be an in-person learner, and we still couldn't have a normal season. So we had some athletic teams that were able to practice, but competitions were off the table.
Competition is huge for an athlete. You can go to practice, but competition gives you something to work towards.
With athletes, rapid testing has become our main strategy with them. So the NCAA has a number of strict rules around how often students in certain sports need to be tested. Rapid testing allowed us to meet those obligations without the kind of additional logistics around PCR testing. One is the cost, it's significantly cheaper. And secondly is the rapid results give us an answer within 15 minutes about whether this student can travel or not travel.
It's a pretty easy test, easier and it's quicker than a PCR test. It's just about 5 or 10 times around through the nostril. And then after that, we put it in a vial, we're able to swab that. And then we put the sample on the cartridge. We have to let the cartridge set for about 15 minutes. And then after it sets for 15 minutes, we're able to then put it in a reader and we get an instant feedback on whether or not it's a positive or a negative test.
Which in the long run ends up keeping our campus safe, because if we do happen to get a positive test, we can put measures in place to make sure that student is secured in a safe location, as well as obviously protecting the remainder of the campus as well.
We had a level of confidence because we were doing a massive amount of testing to know that we were able to feel more comfortable about allowing our athletes then to compete with each other and to even travel to other institutions to play, which was not possible last fall.
We were able to compete against other teams, and it made us feel better because we didn't just practice for nothing.
Even though it's different, it still feels good to be able to race and compete, because that part's still the same. We're still being able to race against other schools. Gives you a sense of normal, which is nice.
School offers us to get tested right before we go home, so we know that we're not bringing the virus to our families. To know that I was able to make sure I was safe before I went home was a really great feeling.